Well, if you specifically took medical data and you had a particular condition or disease, the solution to that condition or disease is based on the evidence from thousands, possibly millions of people earlier. So actually it's a manifestation of machine learning, if you like, or it's human learning anyway. So there are lots of situations where sharing data is actually for society's good. I think where I'm troubled by things that I see is when it's not obvious I've given permission for that. So most software products that you use in a social context will have T's and C's that are made deliberately impenetrable, and none of us read them, in truth.
Let me check there. Has anyone read T's and C's? Some of the longer ones that we get on commonly used software. I won't name
the
anyone.
32 pages on my Samsung TV.
Yeah.
That's a long T's and C's
It's a
to
good
read.
read.
Yeah.
I think the answer is no. And so when you see this, you said at the beginning, there are moments where what's happening seem very helpful to you. So in Google, you're searching for, say, Serengeti, pictures of Serengeti, and then the next time you look at something, there's adverts for flights to Kenya. I don't remember giving permission for that. Now, most people wouldn't even notice that. Now, I've told you, you will, right? And probably you already know this. But it's those little tiny sort of edges towards personalization, which I'm not sure I gave permission for, which trouble me. And the other thing that I find mildly concerning about developments is the pace of change has accelerated very considerably. I occasionally give presentations. I look back at the history of communication to Caxton, 500 years ago, printing press. 300 years after that, a postal service that could send the stuff around the country. Twice my age ago, before you could have a synchronous telephone conversation across the Atlantic. 50 years for email, 25 years for text messaging, roughly. Now, boom. There are millions and millions of different ways of communicating with people. How do we control that? How do we know what we're doing is right in those contexts? And government's not able to even understand this, let alone catch up with it. And citizens need to be protected from corporations, in my view.